Hello everyone. Hello, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Final day of the season. Hope everyone's ready. Lots of team leaks coming out, so be ready for some surprises. I think we'll definitely get a lot of team leaks because all the games are at the same time. So let's see how it goes. I'll start answering the questions because I can imagine there'll be a lot today. So Anonymous L, hey Stephen, how are you doing? Last game week of the season already? I'm doing well, thanks very much. You say, my doubts for today are whether to get a Saka for KDB Kluivert for Eze Alanga or a striker for ISAK. Also whether to bench Munoz or Gvardiol for the last defender spot. Stephen Gill, hi, hello to you too. Anonymous, to answer your questions, I would say, well, Jeevan is just saying KDB is benched if you didn't see, so that is news. I thought that he starts is what I was seeing, but let's KDB doesn't start. There you go. KDB doesn't start. That changes a lot. So yeah, to answer your question, Anonymous, I would say KDB. Yeah, Saka for KDB is a nice little move to make there. Now I've got to change my team. I did not consider the fact that KDB would be benched. That's big news. That changes a lot. So let me put that up there. KDB doesn't start. In fact, I'm going to start. So we know KDB doesn't start. Now, ISAK starts is a leak that I have from this source. I don't know how reliable this source is. It's actually a new one. I haven't really, I haven't seen a lot from them this season. And they also say themselves, they don't regard themselves as an in-the-know account, just a fan trying to make use of his contacts by getting information. That's as accurate as he can get. But I'm willing to trust his sources. And I hope ISAK does start. Now that I know that KDB doesn't. Ewan Wiley says, what's your planned moves? I mean, with KDB benched, I've got to think of who to replace him with. So lots to think about there. You say, who do I take Sar out for? You got up to 7.8 million, means you'd bench Rodgers. You have Bowen already. I like one of the Bournemouth lads. I'd say Semenyo or Kluivert is a nice little move to make. Yeah. Benching Rodgers, not ideal, but I do think one of the Bournemouth lads outscores Rodgers. Keith Wan, is Sar plus ISAK to Bowen and Evanilson Welbeck a good move for free? Yeah, that's a really good move. Really like that one, Keith. FPL Hawk, hello, kind sir. Hello to you too. 42 points to win your mini league. Don't care about overall rank, but thinking Trossard in and captain as a differential. Are we sure Trossard starts? I like the thinking there. I mean, you have to make up 42 points, so that's definitely a big differential. Just keep an eye out on whether Trossard starts or not, but I do think it's a good idea. I like that, to be honest. Nitin Desai, chasing rank. You have KDB and ISAK. Yeah, not ideal. So do I. I'm also chasing rank, but let's wait and see. It looks like KDB is benched, so hopefully ISAK starts. Maybe think of KDB to Saka if that's a move that you can make. Who can I even get for KDB? Like 9.7 mil. You can get pretty much everyone. Is there anyone at 9.7 that I'm actually missing out on? No. So let's go like this. Yeah, I mean, I could just go for Luis Diaz. I actually like that a lot. I think I'll go for Luis Diaz. And going back to your question, who was it? Ewan Wiley, you have 7.8 million. Yeah, maybe go for Luis Diaz as well. You have 7.8, Luis Diaz is 7.5. I really like him, and I think Liverpool will score goals against Crystal Palace. I do think so. I think what's it called? Luis Diaz will start up top. But like I said, let's wait for any team leaks before we confirm anything. Sohail says, hello mate, hello to you too. Welcome back to the stream. You got a two-part question, FPL rival related. Okay, looking forward to it. Hit me with it, man. Hit me with it. Jeevan Gill, Bowen captain helped me turn a 38-point gap between my mini league rival into a 9-point gap. I love that. I mean, Bowen has been absolutely phenomenal for me as well, so I've really enjoyed owning him. Do you think ISAK to Evanilson is still worth it? Because ISAK is so out of form and carrying an injury. I have KDB, but can start Rodgers. Yeah, it's a good point about ISAK. Like, he hasn't been in great form. coming back from an injury. He's been holding on to that injury for a few months apparently. So it's one of those things where like you might just sell him anyways. You know, he's not the worst sell anyways. But in my eyes, I'm more of the line of thought that everyone's selling him, so I want to keep him. Like I think like 800,000 people have sold him is what I saw. So I'm happy to keep him and hope that he does something, but we will see. We will see. Bear with me 1 sec, guys. I'm just going to grab some water. I should have prepared that already, but here we go. Let me keep flying through these questions, guys. So, Adonis Alaj, Marmoush or Mbumo to start? I like Mbumo. He's so consistent. 11-11, Saka for a hit? I mean, depends who you're getting out for him. I need the context, man. I need the context there. Frank Glimes, hey Stephen, thanks for the great content. Oh, thanks very much. You're welcome, I suppose. So, Hale, let's get to these two-part questions. All right, so 9-point lead over the rival. You got 1 free transfer, 0.1 mil in the bank. He has 2 free transfers, 2.6 mil in the bank. So your team is Raya, Gvardiol, Burn, Konate, Kluivert, Saka, Palmer and Mbumo, ISAK, Cunha, Wood, with Verbruggen, Murphy, Kukureya, Milenkovic. He's got Raya, Gvardiol, Burn, Kirkes, Salah and Mbumo, Rogers, Elanga, ISAK, Watkins, Marmoush with subs. Okay, both teams are without any transfers. What to do? You were thinking Palmer to Saka and captain him. He could go Elanga to Saka and ISAK / Marmoush to Evanilson, I guess. Yeah. I was thinking that for him, it makes sense to do that. I do like Palmer to Saka, and I think that's what maybe you were talking about last week. Was doing going for Saka, attacking it, being aggressive this week, and then going for Palmer last week and going for Saka this week. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do think it makes sense. Saka against Southampton away. I do like that move. I really do. And, you know, you're kind of covering him. You're guessing that he's also going to do that. So you've just got to hope that, you know, ISAK starts in your case, because you do have ISAK. ISAK starts and does something, because if he sells ISAK and ISAK bangs, then you're absolutely laughing. But yeah, I think you're on the right line of thought there. Go for Palmer to Saka. Makes sense. Charlie Perfect says, leading my mini league by 25 points. KDB to Saka, Wood to Evanilson for a -4. KDB to Saka is definitely a good move. Wood to Evanilson, yeah, I actually do like that. I'm just trying to think, is it worth the -4? Is it worth the -4? Is that even, maybe that's a move I could make as well. Like, I probably could do that. I'm not sure if it's worth the -4 is my thought process. Oh, these are... Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to say no. I don't think it's worth the -4 to get Chris Wood out. Like, he has a lot to play for this game week. I know Evanilson is definitely a better asset to own this game week, but is he going to outscore Wood by 4 points? I'm not so sure he does. FPL Hawk, Marmoush and Gvardiol starts. That's great news. That's great news for owners. I mean, for me as a Gvardiol owner, love that. Absolutely love it. So yeah, guys, I am thinking of going for Luis Diaz now. I really like the look of that. Just as a 1 week punt. That's all we have left at this stage, I suppose. I'll go to my team and show you how I'm currently lined up. The thing is, I do have Enzo Fernandez on the bench, which is like, you know, I would love to have played him in this fixture, but I don't see a lot of goals in this fixture. I really was just targeting him for last game weeks, and he didn't end up playing in the 10 like I hoped he would, because George started for Chelsea, which it foiled my plans. But, you know, I think the decision making was right there. I just, the outcome wasn't ideal. The outcome wasn't as I was hoping. Alrighty. So, Hale, thanks, mate. And would you definitely captain Saka over Salah? I think if you're getting Saka in, Yeah, I probably would captain Saka over Salah. I mean, I currently have mine on Bowen, but should I just throw it on Saka? Like, who's going to be the most captain player this game week? Do we know? Let's do a little poll, guys. I don't love these polls because you can't put, like, you know, everyone that... You can only do, like, 4 at a time. So I'll go Salah, Saka, Bowen. I mean, who's the fourth best option? Let me check. I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Evanilson would be the one. Evanilson, I should say. Oh my god, I can't type. So captaincy. Add another option. Salah, Saka, Bowen, Evanilson. Yeah, I do think Salah will be the most captain player, but I'll basically just go with who is not the most captain player because I want to gain a bit of rank. Precious Adeyemi says Murphy or Rogers start one. I'd start Rogers for sure. Offside Footy F1, welcome back to the stream, mate. Hello. You're on 40. You're 40 points ahead in your mini league with 130k overall. Nice. I feel like taking a -8 for fun this game week and chase goals galore punts. ISAK to Evanilson, done. Burn plus Saka versus Shar Martinelli. Oh, I would do Burn plus Saka if you can afford it there. Really like the look of that. Masanga Mukalabai says, what's your frank opinion? Luis Diaz, Gordon or Semenyo for a differential start? I'm in the Luis Diaz boat. I'm fully on the Luis Diaz boat. Jeevan Gill, what do you think of Gordon against his old team? Yeah. I like Gordon as a pick this game week. I do. But I prefer Luis Diaz, Semenyo. I just think Everton is a solid defence. FPL Hawk, what's your fave differentials this week? Many people chasing rank. Many people chasing rank. I'm thinking of Bournemouth or Arsenal players. I really like... I do like Luis Diaz as a pick this game week. I like the Bournemouth attackers a lot. Semenyo, Kluivert. In terms of Arsenal players, there is a lot of nice differentials. I own Marino. I wish I owned like Martinelli or Trossard instead. Obviously Saka. But yeah, I like all those midfielder differential picks. Emmanuel says, what about assistant manager? Yeah, lots of good picks this game week. Vitor Pereira is a good shout. He's a good shout this game week. I don't mind him at all. Precious, Salah will be the most captained. I agree. I think he will be. Hadley Walton, KDB, Savinho and Isak for Saka, Bowen and Evanilson for a -4. 8 points behind mini league. Yeah, definitely do that. That's a really nice -4, Hadley. Really nice. Thomas Shelby. All right, lad. Should I do Eze and Asensio to Bowen and Martinelli / Trossard? If it's for free, I do like those moves. Asensio out isn't ideal. Eze out is fine. Asensio out, not ideal. If it's for a hit, I wouldn't do those moves though. Brandon Chan, captain Saka or Haaland, second in your mini league, 22 points behind. No, he doesn't have either player. Thanks, mate. Great content. Well, thank you very much, Brandon. I do think Saka will be more captained. He'll be more captained than Haaland for sure. But that's because I do think he'll probably get more points as well. I would captain Saka there. Just owning Haaland is a differential enough. And also probably Saka, to be fair. Although I do know a lot of people will be transferring him in this week. Jeevan says, my mini league rival will most likely captain Salah. Should I captain Bowen anyway or go Salah considering he doesn't own Bowen? Oh, yeah, definitely go for Bowen. Definitely go for Bowen. I'm going to put this back on Bowen because he is my most likely captain. Just to confirm. Because you just reminded me there, Jeevan, to swap to Bowen. James, thoughts on KDB to Luis Diaz and Mateta to Welbeck for a hit? Already own Saka and Bowen. Oh, mate, yeah, definitely do that. Yeah, KDB to Diaz, Mateta to Welbeck, and you own Saka and Bowen. Love it. Really like it. That's a great midfield you have there. And Welbeck, punt. Nice. I like that shout. Anonymous L, who to bench from Alanga, Eze and Rogers? I'd probably be benching Eze there. Tristan says, 2 attackers, I'm thinking of Evanilson and Wissa or Kirkes plus one of them. Maybe Gakpo. Thanks for the stream. Well, no problem at all. I think Evanilson is a great shout. Evanilson and Kirkes, I actually do like the look of that because I do think there'll be a clean sheet for Bournemouth and it's just easy money. If Kirkes also adds in a little attacking output, then you're laughing. So Hale says, make my transfers from Palmer to Saka now. Off to the United game. Hope Watkins blanks. Good luck, mate. Well, good luck to you too. Thanks so much for all the support this year, man. Really appreciate you coming into the stream basically every week. So big up to you, Sohail. And yeah, enjoy the match. Enjoy the match. I also hope Watkins... well, no, I don't hope Watkins blanks. I forgot I have him. I hope he doesn't blank. All right. Matevs Biber says, FYI, De Bruyne benched. Yes, De Bruyne is benched. In fact, I'm going to keep going through. I want to keep answering your questions, but I also want to keep an eye on any like team news, any team leaks that we get, just so you guys are completely clued in. So we're going to keep browsing. But we haven't got any new updates. Okay. So... I mean, this is a great little thread here. So, let's try to put everything into one place. I mean, there is a lot of news here. No Onana, KDB doesn't start, Marmoush does start. There's some good news here for some people, some bad news for others. Let's take ISAK starts out because we don't have absolute confirmation, but Marmoush starts. Onana doesn't start. And I'll just keep that there for now, guys. Keep that there for now. Not a very, official, note to have, but I'm doing my best. Oh, Sohail, you're welcome. You're a gold member of the channel now. Wow, I really appreciate that, man. So that means you're going to get all the videos earlier than everyone else and priority reply on all your comments and stuff. You guys don't have to do it, but Sohail, you've been an absolute legend all season, watching all the streams, all the videos, commenting on everything. So really good to have you on board. Good to have you. Okay, let me fly through these other questions, guys. Falco Budo, bro, you're 7 points down. Mini league leader is going with Bowen captain. You want a captain in Bumo? Yeah, man, go for it. Never a bad shout to captain in Bumo, I will say. He's always going to be involved. Offside Footy F1, Southampton conceded 84 goals. Right wing 21, left wing 13, striker 17. Saka and Trossard might haul, and Saka potentially with assists and bonus. Yeah, good to know a majority of their goals or conceded come from the right wing. Just seeing your other comment now, I'll jump down to this one. Ipswich look like they concede 20 goals from the right side, 21 from the striker position. Bowen with goals and assists, kudos. Bowen Hall probability is just shooting through the roof. Yeah, I agree. I'm happy to have the captain on him right now, to be honest. Sukaran Day, KDB doesn't start, Marmoush and Gvardiol starts. I should add Marmoush and Gvardiol start. Thank you for that one, man. Yeah, keep firing in any Twitter news because I'm trying to answer all these questions, but also keep an eye on team leaks and stuff. So trying to balance it. Fahad, hello. My mid/attack is currently De Bruyne, Rodgers, Salah, and Mbumo, Watkins, Wissa, Marmoush. Thinking of going Marmoush to Evanilson or De Bruyne to Bowen. I would go De Bruyne to Bowen. We know De Bruyne is benched, or apparently he is benched. I wouldn't do a -4 to get Marmoush out. Just go De Bruyne to Bowen. That's a really nice move. Leighton says, hey man, would you start Bradley or Konsa? I'd probably start Konsa just because we know he's going to play. Opoku says, hi Stephen, with KDB news, what do you think about KDB and Sarr for Saka and Semenyo for a -4? Yeah, I do actually really like that for a -4. Don't mind it at all. Michael Murphy, 50k overall. Very nice. 5 points, excuse me, 5 points behind in your mini league. Do you go for a differential captain or stick with Salah and hope my other players, Wissam, Murphy, Kiri or Raya, can get me over the line? You're 5 points behind, so I wouldn't go differential now. Or sorry, yeah, I would go differential now in your captaincy. 5 points isn't a huge gap, but, you know, I think you got to go for it. Enjoy, you know, have a bit of fun on the last game of the season because the guy ahead of you will definitely go for Salah captain, I would assume. Unless he has Bowen, then you got to make a decision there. Who else would you captain, Michael? That's my question to you. Peter Goo, hi. In my FPL mini league, we need to captain a player from our favourite team. Mine's Arsenal. I'm down 15 points and need differentials. You got any suggestions? Well, let me know what Arsenal players you currently own, Peter. I would say Saka is definitely a great shout, but also Martinelli. Really like those picks. If you have to captain from your favourite team, I like that rule though. Varun, triple captain Salah, Mbumo, or Isak. I'd probably go for Salah there. Ricky Rich, how's it going, man? Hello there. Any update on KDB? Looks like KDB doesn't start, my man. Apparently that's the news floating around. Jeevan Gill, does Onana bench make United defense stronger? Yes, I would say it does. Having watched him play, unfortunately, I do think it makes their defense stronger. I don't think Man United will keep a clean sheet anyways, though. ISAK Garcia, free hit recommendations. Thanks. I mean, I would just look at this team, basically. I mean, there's so many great transfers in. I think the best thing that you can do this week is look at it to make your free hit, ISAK or Isaac, is to go on the transfers in on the FPL page and see who are the most transferred in players this game week and build a team around that. Juan Manuel Vasquez, hi from Spain. Well, welcome back to the stream, Juan. Haaland starts. We don't know yet. Let me swipe on over to Twitter now and see if we have any updates on that. Any updates? Okay. Apparently, a Swede has just walked in to the... I mean, Isak is traveling with the team is basically what we're hearing. Apparently, Gvardiol at left back. That's a little bit of information there. Let's see. But yeah, Gvardiol at left back is a nice little change. Change the scene for him. Any news on Isak or Trippier? The Super Goff says, not really. We know that we assume Isak will start is basically what I'm hearing. Assume that he'll start. Frank, only transfer I'm thinking is Isak to Evanilson, but if Isak starts, I could work on my defence. Starting Konate, Virgil and Gvardiol with Ruben Diaz on the bench. Thoughts on any transfers in? Well, I would definitely start Ruben Diaz over Konate. And then if you want to transfer out Virgil for the likes of maybe Schär or Kirkes, I would go for Kirkes. Yeah, I really like him as a move, defensive move this week. Tristan Kiro says, Todibo, Konsa, Konate to the start. Don't ask me why I have Todibo. I would start Todibo and Konsa. I wouldn't start Konate there. The Super Goff. And where do you see these starting lineups? Like, how do you already know KDB is benched? Just hearing from in the know sources on Twitter. A lot of people, there's some people who are in the know. They, I don't know how they get their information, but we've seen over the course of the season that they have reliable sources on who's going to start. Before we absolutely lock in, guys, I am going to just set an alarm on my phone so that I make my move in time. Let me do that, and also to remind you guys to make your move. So let's do that really quickly. 2:30 p.m. UK time is the deadline, so 2:25 is when I have my alarm going. 5 minutes before. Okay, let's keep on flying through these questions, guys. So, skills 74, KDB bench 100%. Apparently so. Ravinda says, I have KDB and 1 million remaining. Do I go for Saka or Bowen? That's a tough one. I think Saka will be lower owned. It depends on where your rank is, where you are in your mini league. I think Saka would be lower owned than Bowen. Vincent, hey Stephen, your content this year has been class, logical and concise. Well, thank you very much. I'm on bench boost, -4 to sell 8 Nuri. I've got 2 Brentford. I wouldn't sell 8 Nuri for a -4. I wouldn't sell 8 Nuri for a -4, to be honest. You got 2 Brentford defenders, is it? I would sell one of them then. Fahad, start Van Dijk or Estupinian. Surely Tottenham score in their home, and Estupinian has been taking more of a defensive role. To be honest, I'm happier to start Estupinian over a Spurs team that has likely been on the piss the past few days. I don't think they'll put up a strong team, to be honest. I don't think they'll put up a strong team. So I'm happier to start Estupinian there. But to be honest, I don't think Crystal Palace will put up a strong team either. So maybe Van Dijk is the one to go for there. Maybe I have to think about that too. Brasnio, Theodore says, hey man, sell Cunha or Watkins for Evanilson. I mean, if I had to decide, it would be Cunha, but I'm not sure about that move. I don't mind keeping Cunha or Watkins, to be honest. Matev's Biber, Saka for Neto -4. I think Neto starts up front. I wouldn't be sure about selling him for a -4. Frank Glimes, I'm 40 points ahead in my mini league. We all have Bowen, and I'm the only one with Salah. Say for the captain, Salah against Bowen. Yeah, go for Salah. If no one else has him, yeah. I still think you should captain Salah there. Giovanni De Benedetti says, 2 free transfers. Should I buy Kirkes for Nico Williams? And if no, ISAK, Welbeck, or Evanilson? So you have your full team there. I do think Nico Williams, I do like Kirkes in for Nico Williams. I think you're on the right path there. I like it. Pepe Nacho, hi, news on ISAK. Nothing yet, my man. Nothing yet, but I will be sure to let you guys know when we do. Nitin Desai, top picks for KDB. Bowen, Luis Diaz, Bournemouth midfielder, other. I do think Bowen is the best replacement. Also, Saka is really good, but then followed by Luis Diaz and probably Semenyo for me. I like all of those picks, to be honest. Tommy Shelby, that's your full team there. You have 2 free transfers. What are the best transfers to you, according to me? I mean, I think would we say ISAK? Maybe ISAK out and maybe Murphy out as well. You could make a defensive transfer. You have Gavardio, Livramento, Munoz, Matson, O'Brien. Yeah, maybe I would say like something like O'Brien, one of your defenders out that isn't Gavardio or Livramento, and ISAK out. Get like Kirkes in, Evanilson in. I like those moves. Tommy Shelby, bench boost active. Forgot to add. Sorry. Okay, yeah, that changes things. I still think those 2 moves that I suggested though. Get some Bournemouth guys in. I don't mind it at all. Sukarande, 12 points ahead in your mini league. Squad is Raya, Martinez. Okay, that's your full team. We'll transfer out Beto since KDB also help with transfer suggestions. I wouldn't transfer out Beto necessarily. I think KDB out is the move. Join me and go for Luis Diaz. Alrighty. Michael Murphy, he has Bowen, I don't. I'm thinking Trossard / Gordon in for Murphy and captain. Decisions. Thanks for the help this year. Well, no problem at all. Happy to help, Michael. I think I do like Gordon in for Murphy. Would you captain Gordon then? I'm not sure. Who else are you thinking of captaining, Michael? Let me know. But I do like Trossard or Gordon in for Murphy. I do like that move. Peter Gu, I have free hit in my mini league at the moment. First place has Sells, Gavardio, Livramento, Kirior, Elanga, Mbumo, Bowen, Salah, Isak, Welbeck, Evanilson. So I need some differentials away from these players. Yeah, I mean, there's lots to pick from. I think what you should do is go through the top transfers in this game week on the FPL page. And then, you have your current free hit draft. Areola, Sarr, Shar even. White, Estupinian, Murphy, Saka, Martinelli, Salah, Watkins, Haaland, Wissa. Yeah, I do actually like that. I really like that, Peter. Maybe if you can fit in like a Bournemouth player. You don't have to go completely different to your mini league rival. Do get the likes of, I would look at Evanilson. I think he'll do well this game week. So you kind of cover what the other guy has as well. David says, hi, thanks for the whole season. Well, no problem at all, David. I have one question. Should we sell Vardy for Welbeck for -4 and put Elanga on the bench? Thank you very much and have a nice summer. I think if you can play Elanga, I wouldn't do it for -4, David, to be honest. Tristan, why is Captain Watkins not a bigger shout? I think it's obvious. Yeah, I mean, it's not really been talked about. That's a good point. It is something that people could consider. A nice little differential. Villa have a lot to play for and Man United have been pretty poor. Ayub says, KDB to Saka or KDB to Trossard and Eze to Mbumo with a -4 hit. I think just go for KDB to Saka there. Yeah, I like that look better. I think it looks better. Offside footy. Everton have conceded 7 goals in last 7 away games this season. They'll park the bus. I think Burn could score a goal from a set piece. Shar or Gordon assist. Low scoring game. I do agree. I do think it'll be a low scoring game, as most Everton games are. Everton are a very resolute defence, there are no pushovers there. So I think, I don't think the likes of Gordon and Barnes in are great transfers. I do think there's better midfield options this game week. Ayub says start Munoz or Burn. I would start Burn there for sure. FPL Hawk. ISAK has arrived wearing shades. Hat-trick incoming. Let's hope so. Fahad says Ange Postecoglou said they want to finish the season strong. I do think the Crystal Palace game will have a lot of goals, but I think Van Dijk corner threat. Yeah, you know what? Maybe I do need to start Van Dijk over Stupinian. I'm going to have a quick look at the clean sheet odds from Rob T. Clean sheet odds, Liverpool are 29% compared to Brighton at 24%. I mean, you kind of have to go with the clean sheet odds in the end of the day. I've had a Stupinian starting in my team all week. Will I regret that? Hopefully not, but let's see. Let's hope that Liverpool end the season nice and strong. We will see. We will see. But yeah, I've been toying with Van Dijk over Estupinian all week. Jeevan Gill, ISAK has arrived at Newcastle, so definitely in the squad at the very least. He has been pictured there. Yes, yeah, let's hope he starts. No confirmation on that yet, though. We don't know. John David, hi Gallagher. Hello to you. For last trip, triple captain, 3 million so far. Okay, you have Bowen, Saka, Salah, Barnes, and Bumo. Who should I go for a triple captain? I'd go for Bowen. Join me, my friend. Okay, Bison, with the KDB leak, you're on KDB to Saka, but don't want to take a -4 for a Bournemouth attacker. Excuse me, since you're leading your mini league. Now you only have to choose between Rodgers and Cunha. Any opinion? Thanks. I agree. I don't think the -4 for a Bournemouth attacker is worth it for you. KDB to Saka that move kind of writes itself. Between Rodgers and Cunha, I'm gonna have to side with Cunha there. I would say, just because he's on penalties. It's his last game for Wolves, most likely. Yeah, I like Cunha. Mohammed Abdul says, hi, start any 3. Kiwior, Gvardiol, Konsa, Burn. You have Raya as a keeper. All the best for your final game week. Well, all the best to you too. Good luck. I would start there. Definitely Gvardiol. Definitely Burn. Between Konsa and Kiwior, I'd go for Kiwior. There you go, mate. Bench Konsa. George, hi mate. Wanted to say thanks for all your help this year. No problem at all, George. You're trying to catch up 11 points. Should you do KDB to Saka or Saliba to White? Currently starting Konsa. We both have Raya and he has Kiwior. I think KDB to Saka is a bit more of an aggressive move. I would definitely go for that. It's more fun as well. It's more fun. It's the last game of the season. Let's have a bit of fun, you know? Precious Adeyemi, -4 for Wood or Wissa to ISAK. To get in ISAK. I wouldn't be doing that now. I wouldn't be doing that. Ukafa. How good do you think Evanilson will be? With news of KDB, I'm 0.2 short of Saka, so I think I should do Mateta to any attacker that's not ISAK priced out. Okay, so I think you have Mateta and KDB. I think KDB and Mateta to Saka and Evanilson is a great set of transfers. For a -4, I do think it's worth it. Restock, hi mate, thoughts on Semenyo? I actually really like Semenyo in this game week. G Rush channel also asking about Semenyo. I really like Semenyo in this game week. I'm considering him myself for KDB. Juan Manuel, hi again. Semenyo and Kluivert for Marino and Murphy. Opinion, thank you. If it's for a free, I don't mind it at all. I'm not sure about transferring Marino out. We don't know if he starts necessarily or if he'll even play up top, which hopefully he does, I'm saying, because I have him. If it's for free, I think it's a good set of transfers, though. Nelson says hello. Hello to you too. Who is more nailed to start, White or Calafiori? Probably Ben White there. Offside footy F1, 33% of goals Nottingham Forest conceded were from striker possession. Neto has highest chance of scoring against Forest. Yeah, I think Neto is a nice little pick this game week. I wish I had him. I wish I could have afforded him last game week. I know he didn't return. I don't think so anyways. I had to go for Enzo instead because I couldn't afford Neto. But yeah, I do like the look at Neto this game week. Suki Rande says Diaz plus Welbeck or ISAK plus Semenyo / Kluivert. I like the differential of Diaz and Welbeck there. I've got to say, and also the fact that Isak's a bit of a doubt. Yeah, I'd go for Diaz and Welbeck there. Suki Ran. Tokurist says Cunha to Evanilson. Yeah, I actually don't mind that at all. Abdul Majid says, will ISAK play? We don't know yet. We don't know quite yet. Apparently he is traveling with the squad. He is in the stadium. We just don't know. I wish I could tell you for sure because I also want to know really badly. John David, hi Gallagher. For last trip, oh, I think I already answered that. Okay, let's keep flying through these questions. Nelson, bench one, Mbumo, Marmouche, Rogers. I'd bench Rogers there. Start Mbumo and Marmouche for sure. Z Shorts, thoughts on Hoyson over Kirkez? Nah, I really like Kirkez this game week. I think he has a nice fixture for him here, and obviously he's more attacking than Hoyson. Hoyson obviously has set piece threat, but I like Kirkez. John David, okay, done Bowen it is. Thanks Gallagher for season 2. No problem at all, John. Thanks for coming into the stream. Good luck this game week. Cuckoo says, by Shar or Kirkez? That's a close one. They're my 2 favourite defensive transfers in this game week. I'd go for Kirkez though. Leet Crew, any thoughts on selling Chris Wood? Would you be tempted to go Evanilson or João Pedro? Would a -4 for that not be worth it? Thanks, mate. I don't think a -4 for Chris Wood out is worth it. We know how effective Chris Wood can be. He has a lot to play for. Nottingham Forest have a lot to play for. He's been great all season. He's on penalties. I don't think the other guys are guaranteed to outscore him by 4 points, which is what you'd have to take to get him out. So, I'm not a fan of Chris Wood out for a -4. Mello says, who should I triple captain between Salah or Saka? Depends if you're chasing or not. I think that's a big bit of context that we need. If you're chasing rank, then Saka. If you're kind of protected rank, I'd go for Salah. Sean So, you're chasing 37 points and have 8 players similar to your rival. Thinking should I sell ISAK for Evanilson or Welbeck, or Sarr for Kluivert, others, or take a hit and do both? I would take the hit and do both. If you're chasing ISAK to Evanilson, Sarr to Kluivert, or Semenyo, I really like that. Or if you can afford Luis Diaz as well, yeah, I'd go for Evanilson and Luis Diaz. That would be my suggestion to you, Sean. Oshin Fortune says, double City defence and Evanilson or Gvardiol, Kirkez and Wood? Gvardiol, Kirkez and Wood for sure. Is it for sure though? Double City defence and Evanilson? I just really like Kirkez there. Can you not do Gvardiol, Kirkez and Evanilson? That would be nice. Inside Tactics, Sarr and KDB to Saka and Diaz, 2 free transfers. Yeah, for sure do that. Jimbo the Daddy, will Luis Diaz and Martinelli start? Listen, we don't know yet. Let's have a quick look at some of the team leaks. We're gonna get a little update on Twitter here. I love that pick of ISAK though. Okay, we're gonna get a lot of leaks, so let's hope we see. What I will do very quickly, is go on to @JumpTheWave on Twitter because they have really good predicted lineup visuals. So let's go have a quick look at Liverpool's predicted lineup. It looks like Luis Diaz is 94% sure to start. So I would be pretty confident he starts, to answer your question. Okay. Matevs, thank you for the Neto tip. No problem at all. Jeevan Gill, Evanilson and Rogers or ISAK and Luis Diaz? I really like Luis Diaz. I'd go ISAK and Luis Diaz. I just hope that ISAK starts. Because I do like Evanilson a lot this game week, but I don't know, I just think having ISAK is it's almost like a differential at this stage, Greg Cronin, hi Stephen, hello to you. Diaz, Neto or Kluivert for Sarr? Have 7.5 mil in the bank when you sell Sarr. I really like Diaz, honestly. I really like Diaz. I think I'm going to get him in for De Bruyne. Kittle, do you think Rogers to Semenyo or Saliba to White? I've got double City defence and I don't like my odds. I wouldn't sell Rogers necessarily. I do think Semenyo is a better asset this game week, but I wouldn't be selling him. Saliba to White, I don't mind. Maybe you could go for Kirkez instead, though. Yeah, I do like Kirkez. He's my favourite transfer in for defenders this game week. Robert Mulally, hey Stephen, thanks for the content and advice this season. Much appreciated. No problem at all, Robert. You're 5 points clear and in your family mini league, second as bench boost, you have a free hit. Your team is you have a free hit here. 3-5-2, Raya, White, Kirkez, Burn / Konsa. I would go for Burn for sure. Salah, Saka, Mbumo, Bowen, and one more. Forward, Evanilson and Welbeck. Bragan writes, awaiting. What do you think? Lots of ins, lots of outs here. I really like Luis Diaz, I've got to say. Really like Luis Diaz to finish off your midfield there. And I'd start Burn over Konsa for sure. But I really like that free hit team. Looks good, man. Looks good. Maybe consider Raya, someone else instead of Raya, but I don't mind it. I mean, they play Southampton, All right. Ravinda says, do you recommend Burn or Livermento in for Munoz for a hit? I would go for Livermento there, I'd say. Bison Ravi, thanks for the answer, mate. No problem at all. I lost your question. Sorry, 1 second. What is your plan regarding KDB? No Saka since you were mentioning Semenyo. Yeah, I can't afford Saka, unfortunately, for KDB. I would go for Saka if I could afford him, but I'm going to go for Luis Diaz instead. Peter Gu, thoughts on Minta and Neto differentials to catch up in FPL? Yeah, I really like the Neto differential. I would say I would prefer that to Minta. Daniel Foon says, hi. Hello to you too, Daniel. You've triple captain. Who should I go with? Why so many people go with Salah? What do you think of Bowen or Mbumo? I feel Mbumo is a better bet. I think everyone's going for Salah because he has so much to play for and he's Mo Salah. You know, he's on 28 goals and 18 assists, I believe. So he's chasing 30 goals, he's chasing 20 assists. I think he has a lot to play for here and Liverpool will go all out. So that's why people are captaining Salah. But I think I'd really like the Bowen pick. I would say I prefer the Bowen pick over the Mbumo pick. El Santo Rojo, thoughts on KDB, Wissa to Saka Evanilson for a -4. I like KDB to Saka. I'm not sure about Wissa out. Not sure about that for a -4. Can you afford just KDB to Saka? I prefer that. Nelson says, start Rodgers or ISAK. I'd start ISAK, to be fair. Greg Cronin, 23 points behind first in your mini league. I'd still go for Diaz there, mate. I really like him as a pick. They're all differentials, to be fair. Isak Garcia, Konate, Gvardiol, Burn, Kirkes, Wan-Bissaka. Who to start? I'd start Gvardiol, Burn and Kirkes for sure. Offside Footy F1, Brighton versus drunk Spurs defence. Spurs conceded 50% goals from striker and left wing. Welbeck and Gruda could haul. Yeah, I really like this narrative, Offside Footy. Let me ask you a question, because your analysis is great. Could you help me with this decision between Van Dijk and Estupiñán? What do you think? Who should I start there, Offside Footy F1? And maybe everyone else, if you want to chime in. I'm not going to start a poll because I already have one going, but Offside Footy, I'd love to get your input on the analytical aspect of Van Dijk against Estupiñán, or Liverpool defence versus Brighton defence in general. Jeevan Gill, Bowen starts. That is great news. Let's whack that on to the to this. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of these and just go Bowen starts. And we'll just put that there. Cool. Yeah, let's see if we have any other leaks, guys. Let's have a quick little look. Little update. Hopefully we get some more team leaks. Let's see what these FPL boys, they're a great little page. They're putting out all the team leaks that they're finding. They haven't put one in 30 minutes, unfortunately. Yeah, no more obvious team leaks yet, guys, but apparently Bowen starts. That's not a surprise though, is it? Let's see if Sam FPL has any updates. So, last update was Bowen is captain today. Isak, Marmoush and Gvardiol start, De Bruyne bench. Yeah, that's all we know basically, guys. That's all we know so far. So let me just keep that up on the screen and I'll keep answering your questions, all right? But I'm going to do my best to get through all these questions. Sorry if I don't. There's a lot to get through now. So, Daniel G. George, Mbumo or Saka? I'd go for Saka for sure. Nick, 3-point lead, mini league lead. I have Kilman, Bowen and Vanilson. He has Burn, Rodgers, Isak. Should I do Palmer to Gordon to cover Isak or Saliba to Shard to cover Burn? I don't like this idea of covering players necessarily. I never have. I do think Palmer's an okay hold this game week. I think he's better than Gordon this game week, to answer your question. Saliba to Shar, I actually really like that move. I would go for Saliba to Shar. And it does cover Burn. Defenders, you can cover. I should have clarified. Attackers, it's hard to cover other players. Like, you can't cover Isak with Gordon. Bader says, 2 free transfers, 1k overall. Wow, congratulations. That is insane. Raya, Gvardiol, Livermento, Kirior, Konsa, Salah, KDB, Rodgers and Mbumo, Wissa, Isak. Bench Mateta, Sar, Munoz, GK, goalkeepers Martinez. Sounds like you got a big KDB problem in your team, mate. Let's see, Bader, let me know who you can afford when you get KDB out. But if you can afford Saka, go for him. If you can't, maybe Luis Diaz. That's who I'm going for. I'm Luis Diaz's biggest fan this game week. Okay, cheers, Stephen, says Greg. No problem at all, Greg, mate. Inside Tactics, currently chasing and have no Mo Salah. So who's the best differential captain? Was thinking Saka, Bowen, or Diaz. I like all three of those picks. I'm going for Bowen. You know, maybe I should go for Diaz though. That could be a really nice differential. For me, it's between Bowen and Diaz, because if I had Saka, I would maybe captain him. Differential, I go for Saka. You know, yeah. Omar, start Elanga or Rodgers. I'd probably start Rodgers there. Kittle, appreciate the tips a lot, mate. No problem at all, Kittle. H the Wizard, currently 30 points, top of my mini league and in the cup final too. Wow, nice one, man. You're thinking Vardy to Evanilson and Sarr to Saka for a hit. I actually do like that, mate. I do like that. Go for those moves. It's worth the hit, I would say. Hani, Omar, De Bruyne to Saka, Bowen or Diaz. I'd go for Saka, to be honest. I'd say he's the best pick this game week. Matevs, Gordon or Shade? I'd probably go for Gordon there. G Rush Channel, ISAK to Marmoush. Don't mind it, to be honest. I think there's better striker options, but it's, you know, it's a tough one. I don't mind ISAK to Marmoush though. Might you consider Gakpo as a little differential? I'm just throwing that your way. You don't have to consider it, but I was almost going to do ISAK to Gakpo before I heard De Bruyne was benched. Wood out for Luis Diaz / Welbeck in, says Erling Haaland. Well, Erling Haaland, welcome into the stream. You should be warming up right now, but I'm glad you made it in. You have your priorities in order anyways. Wood out, Luis Diaz / Welbeck in. I wouldn't be selling Wood necessarily this game week, but if you can do Luis Diaz in for, I don't know who your midfielder out would be, I like Luis Diaz in, as I keep saying. Robert Malali, ta to you too. Went Raya because the Golden Glove and versus Southampton. Best of luck all the day. Peace. Yeah, I like it, man. Also, captain Saka, Salah or Bowen. I would say, for you, Salah. I would say Salah. Play it safe there because you're ahead in your mini league. Sorry, let me just go back, Robert, to confirm that you're ahead. You're 5 points clear. Yeah, I'd go for Salah, man. Go for Salah. Alrighty. Guys, I'm going to be doing well to get through all your questions, so let me fly through as many as I can. B says, is Marino or Trossard starting? We don't know yet. We don't know. Let's see if we get any news. Let's go back to Twitter and see if we have any more team leaks. Sam seems to be doing a really good job of keeping updates here. So, nothing yet. We don't know anything yet on Marino or Trossard starting. We don't know. Nitin, hi mate. Your midfield is KDB, Salah, and Mbumo, Sarr, Murphy. One free transfer, chase and rank. You can't get Saka. Worth -4, KDB and Sarr for Bowen and Semenyo / Diaz. Yes, I do think it's worth a -4. KDB and Sarr to Bowen and Diaz, I would do. I like that, man. Abdul Rahman says, hey buddy, who are you replacing KDB with? I am going to be replacing KDB with Luis Diaz. And I'm really looking forward to it. Sorry, let me just go back to the chat now. Okay. Baggy Fog 7, play Gvardiol or Konsa. I'd play Gvardiol there. Nathan Davies, afternoon mate. Afternoon to you too. Who do you prefer to transfer in, Diaz or Gordon? I like Diaz better. Giovanni De Benedetti, I just checked. 2 free transfers. You can do Elanga to Saka, ISAK to Welbeck, or Williams to Kirkez and ISAK to Welbeck. So it's still ISAK to Welbeck. It's just Nico Williams to Kirkez or Elanga to Saka. I would do Elanga to Saka. It's a bit more attacking, you know, it's a bit more aggressive. Last game week of the season, you know, have a bit of fun there. I like the first set of transfers. Tokurist, Murphy to Saka. I mean, if you can afford that, definitely do that. Fate GB, if KDB is benched, should I transfer him out or Aitnery out and who for? Yeah, I think KDB is benched. I would transfer him out. If you can afford Saka, go for him. If not, Luis Diaz, Semenyo, Bowen, all great picks. Hayden Lau says Nico Williams to Kirkez for a -4. Not sure if that's worth a -4. I'm not sure it is. FPL Hawk, which FPL account on Twitter is it that shows where each team concedes the most from, etc.? I'm not actually quite sure. I actually don't know. That sounds really interesting though. Let me know if you find that. B Quirky, looking like no KDB. Would you go Saka as a straightforward transfer or chase something differential? 6 points behind in your mini league. Well, be quirky. I would go KDB to Saka if I could afford it. So I would say do the same. Unfortunately, I can't though. Michael K. Hey Stephen, hello to you. My midfielders are Salah and Bumo, KDB, Sarr, and Murphy with one free transfer. What do you think I should do? Yeah, I think you should get KDB out for Saka or Luis Diaz, Semenyo. El Santo Rojo, I can't afford KDB to Saka, so if I keep Wissa, I can do KDB to Bowen. Yeah, KDB to Bowen is a nice move, for sure. Mark Nightingale, if ISAK is out, is -4 worth it for Evanilson with Sarr first bench? Yeah, I do think it is, if we have confirmation that ISAK is out. Erling Haaland, Wood out, Luis Diaz / Welbeck in. Already answered this one. Yeah, I think I would hold on to Wood. Let me know who you're getting in for Luis Diaz, though. I do like the Luis Diaz transfer, to answer your question. Amis, Saka or Bowen? It's a tough one. I've captained Bowen, but if I had Saka, I'd be very tempted by him. I'd probably still go for Bowen, though. Stephen Gill, FPL Meerkat, has all the positional analysis, and based on that, I think Van Dijk over Stupinian. Okay, good to know. FPL Meerkat, to answer your question, FPL Hawk. Patrick Sarsfield, would you bring Gordon or Diaz? Who is it, Gordon or Diaz? I'd go for Diaz. Michael K, thanks for this season, and all the best on the last game week. Yeah, you too, Michael. Good luck this game week. Tokurist, Diaz to Saka or Cunha to Evanilson? I wouldn't be getting rid of Diaz, definitely not. Cunha to Evanilson I like. Sanjay Patel, who to bench? Pick one. Kluivert and Bumo, Saka, Bowen, Wissa, Isak, Evanilson. I'd probably be benching there. It's probably got to be Wissa, unfortunately. Maybe Wissa or Isak if we know Isak's out, but Wissa for now. Jonas, Taveda, Salvino for Bowen or Sarr for Bowen? I would say Sarr. Yeah. Calum Moriarty, De Bruyne is benched. Yes, De Bruyne is benched. Semenyo or Diaz, says Joel Gomez. I would say Diaz. Kobe ain't dead. Shar or Burn? I'd go for Shar. Fate GB, if KDB is benched, should I transfer him out or Aitner out and who for? You have 4 other decent midfielders, Salah and Bumo, Rogers, Barnes. I think KDB out for someone like Saka, Luis Diaz, Semenyo. I like all 3 of those moves. Daniel Foon, 20 points ahead. This will be interesting as second place have bench boost and you have triple captain. Who will you recommend as captain? And next, should I take -4 for KDB to Saka? Yeah, -4 for KDB to Saka is good. And then triple captain Saka. I think that writes itself. Before I keep answering all your guys' questions, I just wanted to, I hate to be that guy, but we're so close to 5,000 subscribers, and this is my last FPL, I guess, video of the season. So if you guys have enjoyed the videos, yeah, drop a subscribe. It helps a lot. We're still aiming for 5,000. We're so close. I think like 100 subscribers away. So if you're watching the stream and have been enjoying the videos all season, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, back to you guys' questions. Enough of that. Okay, Kresimir Zetovic says, what to do about Cunha? I think he's an okay hold, to be honest. I think he's an okay start. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Offside footy F1. Here we go. I think both Liverpool and Brighton are leaky defences this game week. Estupinian has better goal/assist threat. I would have started Estupinian. Spurs right side with Jed Spence as right back sounds too leaky. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I have had Estupinian starting all game week, and I just swapped this game week based off I just swapped today Virgil and Estupinian based off the clean sheet odds, but it's a good point. They're both pretty leaky. I think Liverpool have a higher clean sheet odds, to be honest. Sukuyuan Day, Diaz starts. Is this true? Let's have a quick little look. That'd be great news if we got that confirmed. So, any more confirmations? None with Sam's page there, but let's have a little look. See if we have any other news. Nothing else. I'm not seeing. Where'd you get that Diaz news? Okay, here we go. Yeah, Luis Diaz starts. I mean, I'm not sure how reliable this source is. Oh, that's my alarm. We have 5 minutes to the deadline, guys. I'm gonna make a quick little note here so everyone knows that Luis Diaz starts. Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna make my transfer, guys. Let's do it. Luis Diaz, get him into my team. De Bruyne, I'm sorry, my friend. You have been demoted. You've been a great servant to the team. Now the question is, do I captain Luis Diaz against Crystal Palace? Oh man. Let me go to Rob T's projected scores very quickly. So Salah is the highest projected scorer. ISAK, Haaland, Wilson, Welbeck, Evanilson, Saka, Watkins, Kluivert, Bowen. Yeah, I mean, like, Salah's the obvious one, isn't it? But I don't have Haaland, Wilson, Welbeck, Evanilson, Saka. I do have Watkins. I don't have Kluivert. So maybe it's Watkins, you know? I don't see a lot of people transferring him in or captaining him either, but yeah, I'm gonna captain Bowen. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Captain and Bowen. Locking it in, guys. Locking it in. I'm probably also just gonna start Van Dijk too. Let me have a quick little look at the clean sheet odds as well. Van Dijk, 29% for Liverpool clean sheet odds. Brighton, 27%. That's gone up. That has gone up. What do we think, guys? It's 2% difference. Let's just... I think Liverpool will end the season strong, to be honest. They've got the home fixture too. Let's take that into account. They have got the home fixture here. All right, I'm going back to putting the team leaks on this page. Let me try answer as many questions as I can here. We only have 3 minutes to go, guys, so get those in. Jimbo the Daddy, captain which one of Palmer, Cucurella or Neto? Captain Neto there. FPL Hawk Diaz starts. By the way, it was FPL Meerkat. Okay, yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, you picked it up. Nice one. Joe Freitas. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I'm doing well, thank you. Is it worth to substitute ISAK? And what about KDB? I will use bench boost. I would hold on to ISAK. We don't have any confirmation whether he starts or not. But KDB, I would sell him. I would sell him because we know he doesn't start. Well, we have a good source that he doesn't start. So yeah, KDB out is an okay one. Go for Luis Diaz because we've just heard confirmation he starts. Or maybe someone like Jared Bowen if you don't have him. Kimi, Raya. Okay, that's your full team. I'm going to do some other quicker questions because I don't have a lot of time. Roy Wagstaff. One free transfer, Mateta to ISAK or Watkins? I'd go Mateta to Watkins there. Robert Mullally. Sound as, Stephen. No problem at all, Robert. Thomas Shepard. Watkins is confirmed out. You're just baiting. That is... I've not heard that. Watkins is out. ISAK and Trent both start. Are you just spouting nonsense? I think you are. But you've still got me checking if there's anything. Okay, Bruno starts. That's more team leaks. I don't know. Do many people have him? But yeah, Bruno starts. Just so you guys know. I'll add it to the list right now. Bear in mind, guys, we only have 2 minutes left. Less than 2 minutes before. Yeah, Bruno starts is the other one that we have. Bruno starts. We all know he's Bruno Fernandes, don't we? And also I'll put in. Let me just move this here, and I'll put. Oh, Nana doesn't start there. Just put the same guys on the same team next to each other. Right, guys. We have 2 minutes to go. Less than 2 minutes. Probably 1 or so minutes left. Yeah, final few questions in. I mean, Watkins has never scored against United, by the way. That is an interesting one. Be quirky. All the best on the last day. Hit the like button, bros, for good luck. Yeah, listen to Be Quirky. Hit the like button, guys. Like I said, one more time, guys. This is my final FPL video or stream of the season. So I may do a little recap after, but let's just assume this is the last time you'll see me doing FPL content for a while. So hit the subscribe button if you have been enjoying the videos, guys. Let's get to 5,000 subs. Thomas Shepard, Bowen benched for fuck's sake. I highly doubt that. I think don't listen to Thomas Shepard. None of your sources are correct. James Duffield just subbed. Rodgers or Eze? I'd start Rodgers there. Guys, get your teams sorted. We only have 1 minute, less than 1 minute to go. Adam, bring in White or Kirkez for Shar. Sorry, I'd go for Kirkez there. Daniel Foon, all the best. 3 minutes to go. Yeah, 1 minute to go now, guys. Offside footy F1, both Liverpool and Crystal defence are drunk. Spurs defence are drunk as well. Yeah, fair. Start Marmouche or Rodgers? I'd start Marmouche. Guys, that is it. That's the deadline. That is the deadline. The final deadline of the season is done. I hope everyone got your moves done in time. Let me take a quick little screenshot of my team just so I have it confirmed. And there we go. There we go, guys. I hope everyone got their teams in time. Thomas Shepard, you absolute troll. Bosh, all the best to you, Thomas. Yeah, guys, we did it. We made it. That's one FPL season down. So Now all we have to do is sit back and watch, and we don't have to stress about any of our players getting injured, all this, that and the other. So Hale, good luck with the Diaz pick, about to walk to Old Trafford. Let's hope for a win. Come on, man. That's amazing that you're getting to go to the last game of the season. So enjoy it, enjoy it. Hopefully, I mean, if you're a United fan, could be a tough game. Could be a tough game, but we'll see. Good luck, and thanks for becoming a member as well, Sohail. Really appreciate it, man. Yeah, good luck, guys. Let's enjoy this last game week. Thanks everyone for watching. If you've watched even one video this season, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and you know, I'll be back next season better than ever. Let's hope. And yeah, really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it as my first season doing FPL content. So I hope you guys enjoyed it too. And yeah, good luck. Good luck this game week. I'm gonna finish it off now, guys. I've got to go, and I'm gonna go and watch all the games as well. So I've got to get myself ready. So I've got to shoot on, but I wish I could stay for longer. But you know, guys, really enjoyed. Thanks everyone for coming into the stream. Jeevan Gill, thanks for all your help. I might be able to close this insane mini league rival gap. Yeah, let's hope so. One last thing, guys, before I go, I just want to say it again. If you haven't subscribed already, do hit that subscribe button. It helps me so much. And like I said, we're aiming for 5,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So hopefully we can get there. But yes, guys, good luck this game week. Let's sit back and relax and enjoy the game week. Hopefully it goes well for everyone, but not as well as it does for me. All right, guys, I'm going to end the stream there. Thanks so much for watching all this season, all the support, and yeah, we'll be back next year. But keep an eye on my socials, because I'll still be posting some FPL stuff, and who knows what I'll be doing over the summer. There may be some surprise videos out for you guys, so keep an eye on those. More to come. All right, guys, that's all for today. Enjoy it and enjoy the game week. Good luck, everyone.